Hey guys, before we start this episode, I wanted to talk to you about Type 1 Lifting. So, Type 1 Lifting is a clothing line that proceeds of the shirts and tanks and everything else goes to the Children's Diabetes Foundation. So, this all came about with me and seeing a 5-year-old girl in the emergency department that had new onset of diabetes. So, just take a look at the website. It's www.type1lifting.com. So just check it out. If you don't buy anything, that's perfectly fine. I would just like for you just to take a look and just see what we have. So, like I said before, www.type1lifting.com. And guys, I hope you enjoy the show. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Liftoff. The CrossFit Games are live, finally. Super excited to actually see the CrossFit Games live and with fans as well, because obviously last year they only had 5 people with the finals, no fans, no music, and now there is a full crowd, music, and a lot of people doing fitness, and it's so cool to see that they actually have this up in Madison, Wisconsin. They open the doors for everybody, even the fans from all over the place, to come in, watch them do exercise and, possibly have we will have a new men's champion. And hopefully Tia can get number 5 for the number 5 championships for the CrossFit Games. On a sad note, I was super excited for this athlete to kill it this year and get on the podium again like last year. So Carrie Pierce actually had to withdraw because of COVID, as well as Bethany Shadburn and Dan Bailey. I interviewed Carrie a little while ago. I'm a big fan of hers. I love watching her work out. She's one of my favorite female CrossFit athletes. And just to see her not there and take a crack at Tia Claire Toomey or anybody else to get on the podium is sad, and it sucks because these guys, it's their livelihood. 10 grand or 20 grand or whatever they win, that's going to help them make this more of a full-time career and actually train all the time, because these guys are they don't make that much. The top 3, they do pretty good, but after the top 3 or 5, the money's not the greatest. So it sucks to see them actually not make it so they can, make it more of an ongoing and further their career. Because I know Carrie Pierce said she was considering quitting CrossFit after last year, and now, this happens. So I hope to see her next year, but we'll see what happens and we'll go from there. And another thing with the CrossFit Games, I've interviewed a lot of CrossFit athletes, and just seeing them work out in Madison is super, super cool. It's just like you can just point out on the screen like, hey, I interviewed this person, or they're talking about the person I just interviewed. Like during the kayak and the swim, the kayak, Sean Woodland was talking about, Brandon Luckett, and I just had him on the episode, last week, and it's live right now. Actually, it was all out on Tuesday, so it's even Sean Woodland, hearing him, Tommy Marquez, seeing all the other athletes like Kenzie Riley, Caroline Connors, and all the other ones have, just getting the chance to talk to them. And I always say to myself, I can't believe I have this platform and actually have the experience and the chance to talk to these athletes. And a lot of people, don't feel like they have the chance to talk to them, but it's, to be honest, guys, it's not that hard. Like, I have a podcast. It's not the biggest, CrossFit / fitness podcast. There's others out there that I know. I talk to them. They're great. Clydesdale Fitness and Friends. I'm actually interviewing the host of Coffee Pods and Wads. And there's other ones too as well that they get more downloads, bigger people to interview, and it's not hard. Just all you got to do is just reach out to them. If you have a podcast and want to talk to them, or shoot them a DM and just ask them a question about a workout. they're more than welcome to help people out, especially in the CrossFit community. So, if you have any questions with them, just reach out, except for this week because it's the games. But, just reach out to them. Carrie Pierce, that was a shot in the dark. I threw a Hail Mary out there, and she responded, which was amazing. And, I loved the interview, and she was a great person to talk to, even after the recording's done. So, it's not hard to get a chance to talk to these guys. So, just throw a Hail Mary, see what they say, and, go from there. So, so far, this is coming out on Thursday. So Wednesday, great time with great workouts that Dave has, programmed. I haven't had the chance to see the thruster workout yet. I'm looking forward to that, but I wanted to get this episode out. But, I heard on a little birdie that I think it was on the morning chalk up that Dave Castro is considering moving the CrossFit Games to another location other than Madison. I'm a little biased. I would love to see the CrossFit Games down in the Southeast since I live in Georgia, maybe like Jacksonville, because I do remember him talking about, went to Jacksonville to check out the area. So Jacksonville would be a pretty cool place because they've held a couple Super Bowls there as well. They can handle the amount of people, the area or whatnot. So I think that might be a good fit. But obviously, Castro does not want to listen to me, so he doesn't really give a shit. So, but I do have a lifetime goal. I kind of feel a little bit jealous that a lot of people in the CrossFit space that I've talked to are at the games already, and I'm not, which is fine because, don't have the funds, but my goal for next year is to make it to the CrossFit Games, either as a media person or, in the stands, just watching people. So, I'm going to work hard, especially on this podcast and social media to, become more of a, authority in the CrossFit space and the fitness space and, save up as much money as I can and, drive up there or fly or whatever. So, if it is still in Madison for next year, but I'm looking forward to attempting to try to get to the CrossFit Games next year and, seeing all these people I've talked to and I still talk to and kind of, see them face to face because, they have always said that, I love to meet you face to face, but, obviously COVID and I'm not being there. So a little damper on that. But, thank you guys for tuning into this episode. I know it's a little bit of a short one, but, if you go to Morning Chalk Up, they have the schedule of all the events that are going on for the CrossFit Games, and YouTube always has that live feed. So if you want to check out the CrossFit Games while you're working or whatnot, so as this is gonna come out on Thursday, the elite athletes have a break today, and then it goes Friday, Saturday, Sunday with the cuts too as well. But I'm not gonna go with the cuts, talk about the cuts, but so go on YouTube, just check out what they got, and let me know what you think about the games, what you thought could have changed, or what Dave Castro could have, with the programming wise, what could have made different. Love to hear it, and maybe we could talk about it after. So, all right, guys, have a great week, and I'll talk to you later.